die from spitting on a piece of ice. I don't believe I'm gonna die because I got a bad heart. I don't believe I'm gonna die because of lung cancer. I believe that I'm going to be able to die what I was just the thing that I was born for. I believe that I'm going to be able to die high off the people. I believe that I will be able to die as a revolutionary in the international revolutionary protest struggle.
I believe that the white man has done a great injustice to the black man in this country by having kidnapped our people and brought us here and down to the level that we're on today. And today, instead of approaching the factors that their original mistake has created, instead of approaching these factors objectively and realistically, the greatest sin that they're doing now is trying to pretend that they never committed a crime, that they never did any wrong. And when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad points out the injustices that our people are suffering, they make that sin worse by accusing him of teaching hate, or by accusing him of black supremacy, or by accusing him of advocating violence, simply because he is pointing out the real factors in the problem.
We have a little time left. You don't have to hurry so much, Malcolm.
I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath.
she was on TV.
As the king's brother, you should have been first in line.
Well, I was first in line until the little hairball was born.
That hairball is my son.
Is that what you were trying to get to?
Trying to get.
You bite the fry, the fry bites back, my man. Damn, damn, damn. Crispy crunch.
Let me put my mind on something that'll motivate me to manifest. For a bit. All right, what's up, y'all? Hope y'all enjoyed the debut of my intro. Like I said, man, welcome back, King Savage. Good to have you back, my brother.
Good to be back, man. Good to be back, man.
We are, like I said, I was dead serious when I said that the hiatus is over, man. It's definitely just been like one of them journeys, man. I think a lot of black folk know about. Sometimes you gotta do some things just away from everybody, you know. So I definitely had like a long, journey this past couple months like I said, on that hiatus. But I'm back with a whole new focus. I've been working on this pretty much every day. Like I said, releasing videos every day. I mean, I like the videos I just released. I banged out like 3 of those in like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And it took like, and before then, it used to take me like weeks to come out with like 2 or 3 videos, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, it's just been a new focus. I've been learning, I download a whole new grind set, and things has been a lot different lately, man. Savage, how life been with you, bro?
Oh man, just same old. Life's with its obstacles, but gotta get through it every day.
Obstacles, man. So you live in Chicago, you know something about some obstacles. Man, politics has been all over the damn place lately.
Every day. We
got people trying to flip shit red. We got people that's trying to make people pay more taxes, and it unfortunately it's just gonna be inevitable. It'll seem like everybody like taxes. It's just
taxes
going up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I think a lot of people. I don't even know how to really put this. It's like, from what it sounds like to me, from me watching all those town hall meetings and stuff like that, it just seemed like Chicago's desire to make decisions, man. It's like some of the decisions is like what we have now. There's a lot, at least presented on the table for folks to kind of take advantage of. But I mean, if we can't afford to live, then how are we gonna be here to appreciate it? You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of quite the conundrum in my opinion, man. I do want to see these things stay, but like, I want to see us stay as well. So hopefully we can find some sort of a balance. Hopefully the mayor can find like different type of tax revenues they'll be progressive and not recessive. Like in other words, things that can.
I believe he's done trying. I mean, they said loud and clear what they about to do, so that shit's over with.
Yeah. So man,
just a bunch of show.
Yeah. But man, only thing we can do, man, is hang in there and survive and stuff like that. Just manage the best we can. But I don't want to take too much of your time. It's already kind of late, y'all. So we gonna be talking about the whole Anton and Daniel situation. and Corey Holcomb's situation, Chicago's very own. And but we're not gonna be doing like the usual reaction to like everybody else has been kind of doing. I think we're gonna take a more of a mature take or navigation through this conversation through this thing that happened. And I want to see how y'all kind of like, what I'm saying, how y'all kind of vibe with it, you know what I'm saying? But like, I think mind you, is very, it was quite the situation that occurred, but
conundrum.
Yeah, conundrum I will roll with that. But I think there's like some really important things that people need to take into consideration. And it's not just about, the fight itself, but what do you kind of think about like the situation as a whole though, okay?
I mean, you finally get to meet the person face to face that does all that shit talking across the internet. So, it'd be a lot of testosterone already built up before the conversation even start. They already have a outlook on each other. So they believe what they believe about each other.
Yeah, a lot of that was really. I mean, we're not gonna show everything. We're not gonna show the whole video, so y'all can obviously check it out. 5150 for yourself. It's like the go to the videos, and then it's like the first video you see that's the conversation. But yeah, it's just like he just said like this. There's been, and that was like set off in the beginning of the conversation. Like we had a phone conversation. I already knew that we weren't gonna be the type of people that agree with each other. Is what he said. So yes, and as a matter of fact, it was pretty interesting. Was Anton like literally said it's gonna be a very interesting episode. It's gonna be a very interesting conversation.
He knew the energy when he came into the room. So yeah. He knew it was about where it was about to go. Yeah. Part of me feel like they discussed it. Like, you want to play like we about to fight, run up to these check. We about to go. We about to run up a little bag real quick. At the end of the day, it probably was authentic. But if I felt like
it's a possibility, 1,000%. Like the theatrics are always on the table. You know what I'm saying? It was theatrics like a motherfucker. But I would say it was played off relatively well because like the alibis is like completely there. Like they pretty much they want us to think that he because this is the other part nobody really watched either because it was like 3 hour like a 2 hour and 45-minute cap episode. But when Anton left, it was like this big commotion about how Anton, maybe I heard it from other podcasts. It didn't matter. But basically Anton was trying to bring on this girl that he brought.
I know. I saw that.
You know about that part?
He's talking about get your beat.
Yeah.
So
and you saw about how he wanted to bring her on the show.
Yeah, and he said I don't know her. He like like what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That time it disappointed right there. He always said people call women bitches. What I stand on and who. He didn't pump up his chest. He walked off. But
oh man. So yeah, we finna get into it right now, y'all. So we appreciate y'all sliding in on us. It's gonna be a relatively we pretty much gonna be just running this one all the way out, and if we have time, we might do like one more reaction video. But like we won't be reacting to the entire thing. Obviously, it's just mostly like the beginning, the conversation that kind of set it all off, and a conversation that kind of happened after like the big altercation. And again, if everybody's seen the big standoff, and y'all all seen that already. So we want to talk about the things that other people are not talking about on this program. You feel me? So, but we will be giving like our takes about who should have did what, all that good stuff. So, if y'all, in case y'all was curious about that. So, all right. Anyway, so we're gonna intro the video. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna and we may split up the different conversation in 2 separate parts. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all say anything in chat, we guarantee to read it off. But it has to be between sets. Okay. All right. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I am your host, HT, aka Higher Thinking, and this is my co-host today,
King Savage.
Yep, and y'all are watching season 2 of the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. Been a long time coming. I've been on a hiatus for a bit, and I'm glad to be back. But today we're gonna be talking a little bit about this whole Corey Holcomb situation, man. It's basically it's basically been a rave of the week, right? Real quick, man. What's your take on like the big viral part of what the standoff and all that stuff. Like, what's your take on that?
I mean, it's just a clip farming shit.
Clip farming shit. Yeah. So do you think? So like, what do you stand with? Like, just like from what you've seen so far, because we're not really gonna be getting too far into like the altercation itself. We're gonna be talking about the conversation like that led up to it in this in this part, you know, in this video. You feel me? But so like, but as far as the altercation itself, you think who you think held it down? Like, what would you have done different? Like, that type of conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I would have slapped him. I feel like, you know, they were both trying to put on a little show to a certain extent. I mean, I probably would have slapped him.
Like,
that's just me, because I have a
on the camera though, Chief.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man, hey, just cut the mic. The Anton, what you talking about? Why you cut the mic off for? Yeah. Just like that.
I don't have to show. I was just when I got that close, and he would have said when he told him to suck it, you know, and he didn't say it again. He kept beating around. I would have fired him. I swear I would have fired him, because he think this shit is a game. You know what I'm saying? And he think he really tough. Like, he really think he tough. So those type of people, you got to touch them sometimes, where you just use words with him, because then he gonna get away like, I would have beat you. But you wouldn't though, bro. You wouldn't. Like, you know, you talking about go out back. Man, we gonna scrap it right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he don't want the embarrassment of getting your ass beat on camera. Yeah. Or whatever the case may be. He's worried about the camera. I don't even care about the camera. I'm just worried about you.
So that's why you saying he tried to leave the room and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I you know, that's the and I've been hearing a lot of different takes on this. A lot of people saying, okay, he didn't go outside though. And then the other people's like, oh well, he could have said but he didn't say, you know, suck my dick again though.
Yeah, he didn't.
So
because he bitched up in that moment. Real niggas, you supposed to say it again with your chest. When the niggas say that, hey, you supposed to say it again. But he was also, I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna respect you. Yeah, because he felt the energy of that man. Say it. Because that's gonna be his switch. He's controlling himself to that one moment that in his brain, when he said, I'm gonna have to show him that I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, man. So what you think about the people that's trying to say, but he didn't go outside. He bitched out because he didn't go outside though.
You didn't have to go outside, nigga. We gonna fight right here. That's the problem. A fight happens anywhere. Nobody said, let's go outside. Hey, niggas gonna get put through walls or like through tables. It happens. Like, if you're gonna really fight, it's gonna happen right there. It ain't gonna be no walk outside like no, I punch you in the back of your head.
Like that, like, you know, all the time, Chief, like, and that's the thing too though. And because I you know, we talked about this before, but my thing is like this, like the way I was kind of taught, you know what I'm saying, in the past. Somebody step in my face in an aggressive aura, you know, in an aggressive manner, I'm not supposed to take. I don't take risks like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taught to take. We're taught not to take risks like that. You step in my trigrams, you feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to do something to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? Now, upon further investigation, turn to find out what I would do would have been illegal. You know what I'm saying? So I would have called it assault charge. But what I did kind of found out was, you know, if this thing were to happen, you know, in the future for me or like that, I probably would have just found some way to gain distance, gain space. But if the person would have pursued that space, then I would have, did something about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's only so much space you're gonna give before you gun out to accept that somebody has ill intent on you. You know what I'm saying? You will be protected. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, you know, as far as be on the like a lot of people just seem to be choosing sides. I feel like, and you know, just because we from Chicago, it don't necessarily mean that we taking Corey's side. There's other reasons why I'm taking Corey's side as well on top of this. But yeah, man. But in this anyway, that we did enough talking about around the situation. Important to this conversation we have today, y'all. There was a big conversation that happened before then, and I think that a lot of people, if left just what it was, are gonna just roll with like a lot of the points that went unaddressed. And in this conversation, we're gonna address some of those points that was made by Anton Daniels. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And just, I don't know, we ain't got time. I mean, I don't know, bro. We in the high time, this is like one of the most craziest times in like my lifetime. Honestly, this president is fucking doing the fucking most. And the last thing we need is a black dude trying to tell the world, you know what I'm saying, that the shit that we're gonna debunk right now. You feel me? So. Mic check. That should work. Cool.
You gotta get there though. Yeah, but I'm saying I don't know. I don't want you to miss no points.
All right, I'm with it.
What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons? I'm talking about this nation, the U.S.
That's the part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand.
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well,
you heard what he said. Slavery always existed. What do you think is what do you think is the difference between American chattel slavery and slavery that existed all over the world? You aware of that? Like what kind of happened? How slavery was practiced across the world?
I mean, it was the level of cruelty. I mean, they had slaves in other places, but our endurement was just a little bit different than everybody else's. You know, niggas didn't make shoes out of you, didn't eat you. You know, it was a little different. But I heard about the Muslim slave trade about the white women, how they used to do the white women. Mm-hmm. They had their little moment, but they was a little bit deserving because they was over there fucking with the people. So it kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? They were more prisoners of war. And that's the difference between us, you know what I'm saying? We weren't prisoners of no war, so, it was more,
And he's over here calling it capitalism, all this shit. But no, like how they did it over there, it was prisoner of war type situation where there was an alternation that happened and there was a conquering that.
Nation lost and we take,
You know what I'm saying? And
then after a while, you can work your way into society, not be a slave, and do all the other shit. But that wasn't happening.
In chattel slavery, your children were born into slavery,
and I mean they had actual breeding camps. Like it wasn't like how they show you in movies. Like the slaves make a baby. No, they really had breeding camps, and they used to make sons and have sexual relations with their mothers, all type of things, inbreeding to make a certain type of breed of slave.
So I think we both just described what the problem was in slavery. Like he says he don't see what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? And I think we laid out perfectly fine perfectly well how there was a big problem with American chattel slavery.
This whole thing you don't see the problem is because it's always been. So something's always been. It's not really wrong, but it is wrong. It's just.
First of all, slavery is always gonna be wrong. But like American chattel slavery was different than what we seen in recorded history. You know what I'm saying? Again, for the reasons especially you laid out. You know what I mean? So.
I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
like what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
The transatlantic slave trade.
You smart man.
Right. I studied it. I know all about it.
So it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
they just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white people were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us. Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
Racism is not inherent in anybody. It has to be bred into you. It's not inherent because people back then weren't racist. it just got racist when white people started seeing what other things was going on, and they developed racism and brought that shit to the world. It wasn't like that. People met other people, and I guess they cooperated and did good business without no problems. White people put all the little. I mean, I think white people made all the racial slurs, if I'm not mistaken.
Every single one of them.
But I may be wrong with that, though. But racism is not in everybody. You're not just born to, it's embedded into you to dislike something. Because if we didn't have such a bad history with white people, we wouldn't have a level of disdain for them.
It's like our racism, right? If you want to call it that, which I don't. It is a response to like their systemic and structured racism. You feel me?
That's not even racism. That's just common reaction. You hate me, so I have to respond this way. I'm not going to be nice to you because you hate me. That doesn't even make sense.
I mean, what they did to our forefathers is like laid the groundwork to all of our problems we have today. Especially if you understand that money pretty much controls America. You feel me? Capital runs this motherfucker. So, and when you go up, we had a 400 plus year being held behind. 200 of them years it was absolutely no income whatsoever. Okay.
Man, like we try to tell black people, man, you really want to be free in this motherfucker about a good 60 years, the way you can really just do what you need to really do.
Yeah. So I don't know why this stuff's so hard to people for people to understand.
Hold on. Let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people.
I don't even make sense, but yeah, go ahead.
I mean, so like he's really like referencing like people like Anthony Johnson. And he was like he was basically one of the
I mean, for a black man to be Anthony Johnson had to be slaved by a white man because his name was Anthony Johnson.
That's a good. But he was Angolian by the way, but still.
But Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing.
That's a Mongolian name, Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, I could not tell you how he got the name.
So right, that don't even make sense. Like even in the story, who even made this fucking story up didn't even think about we named a Mongolian nigga Anthony Johnson. He's supposed to be a free nigga too. Mama gave him the name Anthony, fucking Anthony.
Of all things, yeah.
In Mongolia, if he's supposed to be from Mongolia, but yeah. Hey man, that's you gotta ask questions like that.
Well, story has it, right?
Crazy story, man.
Crazy story has it that again he was an indigent servant, you know what I'm saying, to earn his freedom, and then he purchased an indigent servant, and then 7 years past his the contract's expiration, he still held on to him, right? And then that's when he sued somebody. I don't know who actually. I'll have to look it up. But he sued, and then he actually earned that man's servitude for the rest of his life, actually. So like, and I think Anton Daniels, I think he resonates really well with people like that because of the mind frame he has. Like this Anthony Johnson.
I mean, he named one nigga.
I just named one person, but he's talking about like the first slave. But he's not gonna name.
But that's the point, right? First slavers in America were white people. That wasn't niggas because they said we wasn't here, right? So how the fuck we become the first slave owners here? Especially when they wasn't letting people migrate here like that.
Yeah, you gotta ask them that shit.
I'm just saying it's the hole in the story. For you, whoever wrote this shit, who became like, let's think about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's think about it. How could that truly be truly true? Especially when they looked at black people a certain way. I don't give a fuck if you earned your freedom. They never give a fuck about when you earned it back then. They look at your paper sometime, they'll rip that shit up in your fucking face and whoop your bitch ass and enslave you again. So what the fuck? The papers didn't, like that paper didn't save you, nigga, and then they gave you the ability to own other slaves. Now I heard about, certain people having slaves and the black slave masters better than the other ones, but that was like such a small group of people. I didn't really even believe it though.
You need to know this too is about those people. Most of those people, they purchased their own family members to protect them
from being enslaved again because they couldn't be free.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they say, it's context in everything you say, and that's the context in that. You know what you're trying to say.
So he's trying to use that. He's trying to use a story without the context to create a narrative.
Yeah, because since he doesn't know who the fuck he's talking about, I got the nigga. But see, when somebody knows what the fuck is going on, and at the end of the day, his name was Anthony Johnson. Let's
not forget this. This is on the
name is Anthony Johnson. I'm just saying.
Yeah, facts.
That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
was slavery in the United States before?
Slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a
And we just, we debunked that already, right? It's like, yes, slavery did exist in other places, but it wasn't American chattel slavery. Like, let's be real about it.
I mean, Indians didn't enslave other Indians. They never had no slave culture. Native Americans never had no slave culture. Now, Aztecs, on the other hand, are a little different. But Native Americans, no.
Okay. Oh, that shit, then. There you go. I appreciate that's why you're on the show. You know what I'm saying?
fact. Now,
they just killed
the thing that's a problem with it is that
kill all the men and take the women. That's what they did, and make them wives and shit. But
and this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you need?
What do y'all want? Like, because y'all complaining about it over and over again, and I'm trying to understand what is it that y'all looking for. What is going to help y'all?
A whole thing that has happened.
Because I'm solutions oriented, and I'm tired of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through. Like, you've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
I don't understand. What are you saying? Like,
because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes.
So he just contradicted himself. He just said that they haven't experienced real racism. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what fake racism is, but black people definitely experience racism in this nation.
He's talking about when niggas getting hit with bricks and sprayed with water hose and ass beat. Like, we didn't experience that, but sometimes you can experience that depending on what side of town you're on. You'll get your ass beat, and they will spit at you. They'll throw shit at you. They do all type of shit. The police will follow you all the way to your house. That's levels of racism.
It was like the 2000s when Oak Lawn was like was what it was.
Oak Lawn is still Oak Lawn to this day.
Oh,
it's just when the lights go out, that's when they come outside.
So it sounds like there's some still. Listen, man, we can kind of put levels to racism and all this shit if they really want to, but like. Why? Like, do you really need to like segment? Okay, y'all didn't experience that. Y'all wasn't sprayed by water hoses. Y'all didn't have y'all towns burned down to the ground. Y'all wasn't put in chains. Like, do we really got to go through all of that stuff to validate our experiences?
We still went through forms of level of Jim Crow with the school systems, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like he said, it wasn't like what but we still went through levels of certain racism and less funded in schools to make black people dumber. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the truth and the nature, folks. Niggas get old books like when it's just, it is what it is, but it did happen. He just acting like it didn't happen to us. Like it happened it happened to us. And I mean, I don't know about the newer generation. They probably having it with these new type of charter schools because they just replaced public schools with charter schools, trying to say they better, but they say charter schools really is the same shit. It's just a nicer word of saying a more fucked up school. So I mean, I don't know.
The charter schools took a mean straight right now, but yeah, joke aside though, man. I don't know. I'm definitely not with this whole segmentation of racism, bro. If black folks went through some shit, and it may, even though it wasn't as extreme as our forefathers, the fact that we have to go through it anyway is still problematic in and of itself. That we have to. I'm not even gonna go through the whole line of things that we have to put in place to reverse some of that, and then just to see them take that shit right back away. You saw the 300,000 black women lose their jobs because Trump wanted to end some programs and shit like that. So, man, this whole I don't even have to get started with this. Or this part is just so easy debunkable, bro. Just ask yourself ask Google how do have black people experience slavery in America, and then that should clear all that shit up. I don't have to. We ain't got to explain all this shit, man. It's not even all that important.
Definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
Why do you think that is?
Because because your environment.
Why we even have to bring some shit like that up?
I mean, because they're just trying to say there's no real reason to be scared of white people. But we're not scared of white people on a more of a physical nature to a certain extent, because most of them are cowards. But a group of them will try to attack you. They get strong in numbers because they're weak when they're by themselves. But when they're in numbers, that gives them courage to attack you because they're scared of you. So
and we definitely see those marching with the mask on, with the Nazi flags and all this stuff, and then we see. We've heard about the brother that was hung in Jackson, Mississippi, and stuff like that after Charlie passed and all that stuff. Like, what you said definitely has some definitely evident today. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's but for him to just try to pass, I don't know. But this whole coon narrative shit is just out of control for me, bro. But like him trying to say this. Trying to say, oh yeah, you got to worry about niggas more. You got to worry about white people. Okay, yeah, step into something.
You have to worry about both. I mean, it's just in different elements.
Step into a white neighborhood, see how they follow you around and ask you where you from.
Yeah, and some may get aggressive with you, and some may not. But that depends on the person. He just said the likelihood of more aggression, and that's not really true, bro. I live in a black neighborhood. I don't get attacked by black people every day. That's never happened to me. Every day you may get into a few altercations in your life, but that's with anything in life. You're going to get into some type of altercation. He's trying to make it seem like you're going to die by a nigga every day you walk outside. You can do that in the white neighborhood because they die by their own people too.
Oh, you don't? Oh, for real? So, how do you, whatever do you mean? I mean, what do you mean white people are the biggest enemies of white people? How?
Just like any other race. Mexicans fight Mexicans, Puerto Ricans fight Puerto Ricans.
Chinese, Japanese got a whole yakuza over there, whole organized crime.
So everybody does that, but he's just trying to make it seem like, and it's just the way he's trying to trick the narrative and create a narrative. If you don't understand things, you can fall for that narrative. A lot of ignorant black people fall for that narrative. Yeah, because they're scared of their own people. I mean, you're just scary. You're just scared of people that look like you, but you're scared of white people too. Or you may just may think you're superior to white people. You think you can beat them up. Think they're all cowards, but you're just more scared of black people.
I think there was a video out there that he didn't want to show no smoke from the white dude that was causing a lot of grief. And he was by himself too.
Yeah, he was by himself. He was talking to him crazy, and he was calm. He didn't tell him to suck a dick.
He so didn't.
He didn't, right? He talked to the white man with manners. Because he knew he was a white man, and white man got a little bit more privilege than him, so I'm gonna play it cool. But when black people, see, that's the point. You know that it's no consequences from harming another black person, but he knows because it's embedded in his coon nigga mind that if I hurt this white person, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to mess up my money. But I can slap the shit out of a nigga. We can fight a nigga. Ain't shit going to happen if I fight a black man. But if I fight this old white dude and he may say who he really is, he may be telling the truth, this may be some consequences. So I'm going to be cool with Master. I'm just going to laugh it off and and I'm going to be a little cordial with him versus I'll be with my counterpart. I mean, not your counterpart, but somebody that look like you.
Because, if it had been anybody, had it been somebody like me and you with him.
Yeah, he would have bugged up.
He would have turned that phone off, and then he would have
turned the phone off. He probably still would have did the phone, but he would have did a little bit more show.
He would have did with a camera.
He would have got a show, and then he probably would have put it down, set it up, and tried to, squabble to show his fans, I beat that nigga up. I told you, Anton, I'm from the D. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to the white man, I'm just rich and I got a Porsche. I'm not from the D.
Whole time. All right, let's keep going, bro.
That's a fact.
Do you understand that it's made like that on purpose? The position.
It's the system. The system against us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in.
Real quick. Chat if the audio is good, throw a 1 in the chat for us, please. I appreciate it.
Who is my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with
black is a construct. They told you that you was black.
Okay, well,
that's
brown,
why you start believing it. No. We not brown. We not black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit. You're not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other cultures, whether you're black, Chinese, Asians don't fuck with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different.
Okay. First of all, I think if you go to Chinatown, those aren't just Chinese people that live there.
Yeah, they all fuck each other because they know they're in the foreign land. We got to rock together because we more closer than them.
So what the fuck you talking about?
Because he's stupid. But he's more probably talking about over there because it's still segregated to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But they're different in certain places like Singapore and shit like that. It's not like that all around. He's just naming like the rural areas. Rural areas are the rural areas. That's how it is, just like it is in America. It's still the same fucking rural areas. Same shit. So he just, you know.
But yeah, it's safe to say that not all, right, obviously. But it's like, why would you even bring something like that up? There's plenty of black people that don't fuck with other black people 1,000%. But there's names for people like them. But there's also better, more positive names for people, like us that will do business with.
Africans don't fuck with Haitians. Asians don't fuck. Africans don't fuck with black people. Jamaicans don't fuck with Haitians, and Jamaicans don't fuck with American niggas. Jamaicans don't fuck with Africans. It's the same goddamn shit. The Senegal niggas don't fuck with Nigerian niggas. Zimbabwe niggas, they have they beefs like any other thing. Yeah. They were all fucking tribes. Them niggas literally fought all the fucking time. They did all that shit. They didn't like. Come on, man.
So. But yeah, man. So, but outside of that, damn, what was the thing he said before that?
I mean, he was just talking about how they don't, fuck with each other. They just leave each other be.
Yeah. So, hold on. Let me just run back because there was something important he said too before that.
My foundation is.
Oh yeah, he don't feel like he black and all that shit.
I mean, I hate niggas that like to hide behind the Christianity thing. I mean, it's just a coward out to say this is why I say the coon shit I'm about to say.
That's pretty much what it is. Then cause I don't know. I don't understand when niggas try to do this whole I'm not black, I'm Christian. Just like how you just said. Like first of all, and I've been having a real big problem with this thing that people seem to get confused. You're Christian and. When somebody asks you, what are you? Okay, you can call yourself Christian, but if they're referring to your ethnicity, what the fuck you gonna say then? If they're referring to your race, what they see you as,
he don't believe into that, but you
got no choice. But
that's the point, though. He does believe in race because he believes what he's doing is helping the black race. But when you ask him, is he's a black man? Is it no? I'm Christian. No, bitch, nigga, you a black man because before you're born, before you even find a religion in your life, you're born what you are, a man, a black man, or whatever you want to call yourself. That's what you are. You're that first, and then the other shit after.
So yeah, let's go with let's not go with subjective things and go with objective things. Objectively, yes, you were black before you was Christian because that's what you was born as before you made that decision to be baptized. You know what I'm saying? So it's
he wants to use his religion to hide behind his ideology.
Yeah.
Say the ignorant shit he say because he believes this is what God would say. But that's not what God doesn't even teach the dumb shit you niggas say. No. But yeah, everybody likes to twist the word in their own way, and that's the problem. So
agreed.
Because they Asian, Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different. Koreans are different. All white people don't fuck with all white people.
So this is so fucking stupid. Yes, they're different, but that don't mean they don't fuck with each other. What are you talking about, nigga?
They do business with each other.
So fucking dumb. That's damn stupid.
Why do I have an obligation to fuck with somebody just because he black?
Why is that even a question for me? For me, it's okay, yes.
All I would have said is the Jews. That's why we do it. We want to emulate wealth and build and all this, and that's why we do it. We're going to keep the money circulating among themselves because at the end of the day, like you said, they don't fuck with other people, so they keep their money circulating among themselves, creating equity and because he believes in what's the word? Community building, with the money.
Group economics.
Group economics, yeah. So he likes to say, I believe in. So then, what the fuck are you talking about? So therefore, you're contradicting yourself. Why should I fuck with you because you're black? Because I thought we was practicing group economics, nigga. See, this is different when a person that watches you and hear the dumb shit you say. 1 minute you say you for the niggas, then next when the man asks you, is you black? I'm a Christian. But the other day you just, I'm confused, brother.
Yeah, remember what you just say right there? Best ways about the group economics. That's gonna come back up. That's gonna come right back up. So remember that you said that about group economics and him not want to feel like he black and all this other shit. Let's keep going.
And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay.
So damn stupid, bro. But it's still ethnicity. Like, imagine, yes, ethnicity is more encompassing than your skin pigmentation. But still, that's when somebody look at you, yes, still the first thing you're gonna see, or the first thing you're gonna see is like your skin complexion, and then maybe they'll upon maybe some further investigation, a little bit they look at your face and maybe attribute you to like maybe attribute your bone structure to maybe one of the African nations or something like that. They'll further define your ethnicity. The first thing you're gonna see is your goddamn race for starters. But yes, your ethnicity is very much so a part of your identity. And he's gonna have to embrace that eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Well, trust me, brother. You white people, let me tell you something. I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks. But I am from Chicago.
And I'm from Detroit.
It was Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles.
I'm sorry, I don't even want to pause it right here. But you see how you try to match him, like went up in a little bit, about that Detroit shit.
I mean, but he's not really from the D like that. But yeah, it's whatever, man. Niggas is weird.
And a lot of the stories I heard, it turned out to be just that. But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay, so
we was taught everything that you know on this earth, it was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart, it was taught to you.
You say I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
Study that, boy.
I studied you.
This is why
Where am I racist? I don't know a lot of racism.
I think Corey didn't catch on to that because he was too busy laughing. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody tell you they studied you before they stopped your podcast, that should open up some possibilities over here. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, you watch some videos and you built up a narrative what you think you're gonna run with, and you know. But I like it. But he knows him too. He studied him too.
Yeah,
they study each other.
Okay.
Me,
absolutely.
But maybe you could show me something.
That's why he has this animosity for him, because he heard the shit he said out of his mouth.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, well, I definitely gonna say who's taking who more. Don't get me wrong now, but like Anton and Dan's, I think you get a pretty good. I ain't gonna do all that. No,
I mean, Corey's no offense to him or nothing, but he's a simple, you know, big nigga from Chicago, and niggas get, you know, offended easily. He know he can, and he's very passionate. Passionate people are very sensitive, so they're easy to trigger. So he knows how to trigger him, and then he can make him look crazy. That's what some people do. They throw their hand and act like a victim. Bro, you the one doing all the yelling and getting all violent. I'm trying to use my words. You know what I'm saying? But, you know. So, you just know how to trigger people.
Got you. Okay.
I wanted you guys to start the show off in your own, like, bubble.
No, when brother...
Let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit.
I'm not.
And I have the hopes that I'm going to get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about the Democratic.
Back to the Republican plantation.
I was just gonna.
He just want us to go from one plantation to another plantation.
Bro,
never talking about no freedom.
And bro, the house ain't that nice. All right, the house slave shit that ain't a cool lifestyle either, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool because the one nigga that make it, then all the other niggas is crying. So that's just how it go. And he's the one nigga that made it, so he's gonna shine his little nigga badge. And I love the white man. The white man did right by me. Yes, he did. The white man didn't get my way. Those white men over there told that you are a victim, that you don't want to work hard for yours.
What's wrong, master? We sick? Bro, we should have did a thing where you was gonna be you would be Uncle Ruckus and I'll be Steven from Django. I had to brush up on that movie though. I ain't watching a long time though. but yeah, jokes aside though, bro. We ain't, bro. Check this out, man. There's a whole lot of niggas out here that want to talk about like this Flip Chicago Red and Black MAGA and all these niggas want to be at the
niggas sound like a condom rapper.
What'd you say?
Black MAGA.
Okay, Black Magnum. So, yeah, man, that shit ain't the movie either, bro. Politics are supposed to work in your favor. You know what I'm saying? And if you have to find, you got to find a politician that speaks to you the best. And Republicans ain't that. You know, I don't care who you think you is. If you a business owner and you want to save some taxes, okay, that makes some sense. But your whole family might need like some services that Democrats are kind of fighting for. You know what I'm saying? Like these Republicans don't like what's that nigga name? Charlie Kirk, I think he said that he don't care for school lunch, free school lunch. Somebody like what because they don't think they should have to pay for shit like that. Like, okay, well, that's fine, bitch. But like, how about we help the kids that's in need? Like, what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? But that's the way they think. That's why I don't fuck with these Republican type cats, nigga.
Plantation.
Everything that you speak of, it's a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
Just skip ahead a little bit more.
Ask on the mic, goddamn.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think black people can...
Because he doesn't even know what the word really means. and I want to see how he spend it. Because black people can't be racist. He can only be prejudiced. But continue on.
For sure.
Or are we just prejudiced?
No, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people. Like...
Can't make this shit up.
No.
You don't even know what the fuck the word means. but this the nigga y'all love. And he tell y'all he's a C student all the time. And y'all niggas listen to a C student. That'd be the problem. The C don't mean common sense. It mean he dumb. He above barely average. Opinion ass.
Bro, you know in China, and I believe Japan as well, the people that run the country is like the engineers. The smart people.
Yeah, not the C average students.
Not the C average people. It's the donut, and then you see how nice Japan is and shit like that, how cool shit is over there, and despite them having system.
And America's run by the C average people like George Bush and Donald Trump. And people like Anton Daniels.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, listen, bro, this Republican wave
Trump
is
had
not
a C average though. I think that nigga was like a D. Dumb motherfucker. He just paid his way to school.
That shit. Yes, you said it right. I don't even know why I'm trying to interject. You can't make this shit up. That's all I really needed to say.
Straight up hate white people, and it's very.
Did he answer the question? In the segment, Brother Moses. In the segment, we will answer your question. I don't see it either.
He does. You know what, Trevon? Actually, I gotta edit this shit out. Trevon, you an asshole for starters. Second of all, you gotta be sitting. You gotta go to YouTube, Trevon. Go to YouTube, my nigga. He put it in. He's on Facebook.
Oh man, see that's what's up, man. Let's have that shit. Niggas gonna get that.
Trying to find it.
Oh, he ain't saying on my post.
Yeah, man. Wait a minute. Go to for everybody. We only gonna be able to see a chat if you on the YouTube. All right, just go to the YouTube link. We appreciate you. Watch them mad revenues. All right.
Unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but isn't true racism a system that controls access to,
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument
No, that's not the fucking argument, nigga. That is the definition of the word. See, guys, that's not an argument. That's what the word means. It meant that forever. Those words are written older than you.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's
see.
see.
But he's saying it's the argument. Racism already. Y'all just was using the fucking word wrong.
It's literally in the definition. It's literally in the dictionary right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been pulling it up.
About the argument. That's not the. We're not debating over what racism means.
No, we just let you know what the fuck the word mean. Cause like you're absolutely right, bro. So, all right.
Make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and programs and things like that.
The main way that they
need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite honest.
See, that's what I was gonna say. Y'all, that's the argument that black people make.
Not
is
the
that
argument.
It's like But you see what he doing. You see what he doing though. It's like he's constantly trying to devalue like the argument.
Make the dictionary, nigga. We read from the dictionary like everybody else. Yeah, but you saying that's the argument that we are trying to make. We're making that argument because you're using the fucking word wrong because you want to say the word prejudice. You're prejudiced. You're not racist. You're prejudiced. But the reason y'all like to say racist is because it just sounds a little better. The hard R, just like in nigger, it just gets you going. It just gets you going. So that's why you like to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, I can't add none of that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's false.
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wanted to becoming the president of the United States of America for the second time almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York, Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct and if it's all about white people and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
All right, so let's start right there before even. I'm not gonna talk about the Obama shit. He's putting all of that. This. Do you know what all had to go into putting those 34 counts on Donald Trump's name? There's a lot of people involved in that process, and it wasn't just the fucking black women.
I know.
What, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the problem was he's acting like he didn't do nothing. The dude was a fucking criminal. I mean, he's
and then there's that part of the conversation.
He literally got pardoned for his crimes, but you're trying to say he didn't do nothing, and people were just bullying him because he was white.
You know what I heard a dude say to defend that whole 34 count shit? He said, "Oh, but they're all appealed." Do they know? Like, I don't understand.
That just mean you're still guilty.
These are C average. The party is being ran and fully funded and supported by C and D average students.
We're just gonna let you get away with it
because you're the fucking president.
That's all that it said. It doesn't mean that you were innocent of those crimes. It means you did everything the fuck you said in those papers. But we aren't gonna do anything to you because you were the president. So people are crazy, man.
Man, let me find out this. So, what's the name of those that satellite shit that Elon Musk owns?
Starlink.
Let me find out there's some weird shit going on with that Starlink and them votes, bro.
About 16,000 of them in the sky. Never know what they can do,
bro. And we found out the things. Man, I ain't finna get too far into it. All I'm saying is that I really don't need. People don't really seem to understand, like, the dumber America is, the worse it is going to be for black people. You know what I'm saying? We need people to be really, really smart.
That's why the people with the C average grade leaders are running the world.
God damn it.
Showing that you can be dumb and it's possible.
And you know the funny part about it for me is they always talking about common sense. We got to get back to the common sense. This, common sense this, common sense that. I'm like, no, you know what? I think we don't need your type of common sense. I think your common sense don't really work that well. You know what I mean?
Sense. I mean, they just talk about that with the sexual shit because the transgender that, and they just trying to bleed that into everything because we only wanted to understand that part, so we just smarted everybody because no, we understand that shit too on this side. It's just these motherfuckers want to go too far with it.
Man, my thing is I think most things take a lot of critical thought, especially when you balancing budgets and balancing keeping your foreign affairs on a relatively steady basis and stuff like that. And we don't see a lot of that come from Donald Trump, especially looking at these the way he handled these terrorists. He's terroristing. He's terrifying fucking penguins, bro. Penguins.
I saw what he did to the birds. I saw you. Yeah.
So let's keep it going on, man.
Not me.
No.
Oh, wait. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him.
Fuck with who?
Barack Obama and his wife.
Is he behind? Is he late to the party? I think yes, there was a big wave when he was first out, but like lately, he just came out saying like, hey, I don't see a lot of support from the black men as far for Kamala Harris, and then black men got on his ass. Roland Martin got on his ass about that shit. So like, what him talking about? Oh, as a coach, we fuck with. I'm like, I think you just don't. As much as he say he interacts with black people, I don't think he don't really seem to talk to black people enough about politics.
He's talking about the media. I mean, it was a strong media front to make it look like black. He's talking about the rappers, the entertainers, everybody. You know,
He's talking about today though.
You have he still has this following the niggas that are dumb because you have some black people that understood that he didn't do shit for us, but be smooth, say some cool ass lines, and all he did was help, gay people. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. The other black people don't know what he, other shit he's done. They understand that he did things to help all people, and we benefited. Like that's what most Democrats do. They do things to help all people to a certain extent, certain groups of people a little bit more than others, like they always done, just like Republicans do. But black people seem to benefit from those things. It trickles down the way down to us. Do we solely benefit from any of those things just for ourselves? No. But we do benefit from the policies and the things they have done and certain things that Barack Obama has done. But we just didn't like that he was just so focused on the LGBT community. That was his biggest push. But that was his biggest push because there was a lot of gay people at the time, and he wanted those votes. You know what I'm saying? Republicans didn't care about. Nobody cared about the gay vote. You see what I'm saying? And that's why he did what they did. And gay people make a lot of money. So lobbyists is the thing. You pay for what you want, and that's just how it goes.
I mean, the thing is, bro, like people need to understand, like it's literally illegal after the civil rights bill, and in the 14th Amendment that it's literally illegal to create legislation that solely and only benefits one race. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Now we can come out with, we can do things that disproportionately assist black people, but everybody else is got to get in on that as well. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody to be so pigeonholing Barack Obama to doing something only for black people it's just legally impossible because of what
Trump gave white man reparations. I mean, because he felt if they could prove that they was discriminated against because you didn't get a job because of DUI, a black person had that position over you, you can file for those lawsuits and sue those companies.
I mean, Asian people can apply for those things as well. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that qualifies, but it wasn't only for white men.
I mean, they literally say white man when they promote that. Now, I'm just telling you how they promote the bill. They say white man can do that. I've never heard them say Asians or anybody else in that. If that's true, other people could do it. So that's cool. I didn't know. So that's probably how they got the bill passed. But are they going to allow Asians to do that? No.
All right, well, okay, listen. If they start, okay, hold on. So if they
that's just like loopholes in words. Yeah, we gonna say that, but we ain't gonna let you get no money.
That's so damn ignorant. So if these niggas came up, everybody knows this rule exists with the civil rights, and if they're gonna come out and with this thing that's gonna address this quote unquote systemic oppression against white men. And then they know that there's other people that was afflicted by. As a matter of fact, they use Asians to kind of fund this, to spearhead this anti-affirmative action agenda in schools and stuff like that.
And they still didn't get in. I just want that to be known.
Yes, the Asians their numbers did plummet in those schools 1,000%. So that was extremely ironic.
Gotcha, bitch.
But yeah, if they actually gonna come up with this legislation that's supposed to yes, as you said, they advertise it for like a very specific demographic, but they know it. Hey, they have to like invite everybody in. But if
in the verbiage, but are we going to do that?
But if let's say any Chinese person step up and say, hey, yeah, so I was afflicted by this affirmative action thing, I would like as some assistance here to be service or whatever, and they turn that dude away just cause.
Because you're Asian. We're not doing this for you. It's reparations for white men. We said the white men in the commercial.
Hell no.
Yeah, we never even told you guys to come. I don't know how you knew about it.
Hey man, look, y'all saw what happened to Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay, they pretty much kicked that nigga out the party. Like that I forgot what that lady name. Some white lady, man. She literally told him, hey, I'm not gonna vote for you because you're Indian. Yeah. She literally said that in the camera. Like listen, bro. What? Y'all want to do this Republican thing, black people? Then by all means, but y'all gonna be in for a rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
We fuck with him. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you on this point.
So absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit.
That's not what conservatives mean, bro. There's gay people in the conservative party. Did he know? How come he didn't know that?
Because they're not promoting. They're more masculine gay people, not feminine.
I think if you seen Milo Yiannopoulos, whatever that dude's name is, Milo Yiannopoulos or whatever, Rob Smith, they call him Rob Bussy Smith. They literally white dudes.
Make fun of the nigga too. Yo, Rob Bussy. You know you're Republican, but you want them gay Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Could you fuck with us? But you know, you booty digger.
Bro, they surrounded this dude and said, he said they were surrounding him and just shouting gay sex. They surrounded him. The white man surrounded Rob Bussy Smith and screamed gay sex, gay.
And why they were saying that to this man?
And you know what he said? What? He said, "That's right, guys. Nick Fuentes loves gay sex."
Oh yeah, we get the fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Like this.
That's the epitome. You're with gay shit. You're conservative. You're wearing that conservative badge, and yeah, this is wild. I guess y'all just the DL niggas. Then I guess conservative mean DL.
That dude he's not DL at all, bro. Nick Fuentes got exposed on
That's
social media.
That's the dude that like to talk about Hitler, right?
And he also like talking about messing around with 14-year-old girls.
So he likes to play with other people's balls and mess with little girls. He's the epitome of a scumbag, and y'all love to wear that. Okay,
this is the people y'all want to join. Like that's your decision. Listen, the Democratic Party, I get it. Democratic Party has definitely have not shown the black people the love that we deserve, 1,000%, especially for as much as hard as we support them. I get it. I completely get it. But going scorched earth ain't the move, man. Like it literally just requires you to start voting your local elections, going to your local shits, and shit. Maybe you need to start running for office, something like that. If you know your shit, if you know the laws and stuff like that, and know what you can push for, get involved, bro. And it's as simple as that, man. What do you say?
Yeah, so y'all 100% disagree the way he moves. Y'all completely agree with Corey. I mean, I would have slapped the shit out of him.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I mean, bro.
I roll with Corey. I mean, I'm not really an Anton Daniel fan. Some days he be spitting. Most days he's in the foul area. He's entertaining sometimes, but he is a guy that will, get up under my skin because there's netter, and there's just so many other black people that think like that, and it's just disappointing to me because they try to act like they're so smart and educated, but I feel like they're some of the least educated people because they tell you a story, they tell you certain things of this story, and they twisted it without the context. And I always want to say, like, his context and everything he say, he's only giving you half truths, and that's all he does is do a lot of half truths and a whole lot of lying after that.
So what Craig said, Corey Holcomb's homeboy.
I didn't watch these. I saw it pop up, but I ain't look at it though.
His whole thing was like he explained something called the Texas sharpshooter fallacy.
I think I heard that word, Texas sharpshooter. I did see that. I did hear that. I heard that.
You basically, all it really is you have a narrative that you want to pass, right? So you just bring in all of the information necessary to make that narrative seem like actual thing. Mm-hmm. But when you start to add in the context, everything, we start adding them
apart. It falls apart.
It falls apart. Yeah. Absolutely. So.
Who was Chris Hansen? Who's that? Chris Hansen. I heard the name too.
Chris Hansen. Ain't that like he like some TV guy, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You can always go ahead and read if you want to. Oh wait. Oh no, Chris. Yeah. Chris Hansen was that dude.
I know his name.
No, it was the dude that used to break. They used to catch a predator.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna get his little weird ass.
Yeah, that was for Nick Fuentes. Yeah. So because he literally said, bro, what did he say verbatim? I don't know if I can remember what he said verbatim. It was something along the lines of
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna ask you a question too one more time, Moses. I mean, yeah, he did drop the ball because he didn't elaborate because he's a very passionate person and he's letting the dude lead the conversation. You have to interject and bust out with those contexts, you know. But that's the problem. I mean, he's Corey Holcomb. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he's not the most intelligent nigga in debates either. He's just regular people on podcasts trying to have certain levels of not even high, just certain conversations that a lot of people are not well equipped for to have a conversation with a person like him that's trying to twist the truth. He may not even know the real truth because somebody told it to him like that and he just keeps selling it. He never looked into the context of what another motherfucker told him. So,
yeah, I remember it. So I actually had it written down. This nigga Nick Fuentes basically said, women, the feminist movement actually created the word PDF file, right? Mm-hmm. To get essentially like guys like men into valuing older women, basically. Yeah, so that's kind of.
I mean, that's the fun. I mean, I can see white women doing that and losing their husbands always to a young white woman. I can see that. That's definitely some white.
14-year-old is crazy though.
I mean, that's true, but people forget though. That's how the world was run for like thousands of years. Yeah. I mean, that's just what it is. And I understood the method behind it because they said you want a young girl because you're gonna be old, so she can take care of you and raise your children. The old woman couldn't really give kids or even do certain things. Y'all be old together and you be fucking dying. And they didn't have like home assistant care people back then, so you had to get a young woman. You know what I'm saying? So she could take care of you when you get old. You leave all the house and everything to her, whatever the case may be, out to their children, and they live in it. And they keep building. But you didn't get somebody that was older your age because she can't do nothing for you.
Man, y'all better have some fucking kids, man. let them little motherfuckers
take
care of you.
Back then, you damn near considered grown at 14. People went off and they married each other. They had lives. They can buy property. They can do all things as a dope can do. You know what I'm saying? They did all the other shit. Didn't come to later when they started saying, "Oh, this is wrong. We want to do this and do that." They changed it up, and that's why you got all these pedophiles today because that was the way the world was ran for like thousands of years, and they're trying to turn that switch off.
Yeah, shit. Oh, that man. They like, how do I put this? We definitely ain't gonna take too much longer on this part of the conversation at all. But like, basically, like that shit kind of. First of all, I don't have to explain why that shit is weird. But like, at the end of the day, you're gonna get with somebody 20 years younger than you, where y'all don't have any type of like match culture. Like,
that's the point. You was looking at it as a matching type thing. They looked at it as a survival type thing. You see what I'm saying? This is a way to survive efficiently.
Hell no. Like I said, you just have some fucking kids. They had kids to take care of when they got older. It's not even that complicated.
No, the kid got to go. The kid got to go and live his own life and do the same thing. That's you know what I'm saying. You had to leave.
Hell no, man. They live in the same little farm. They pass the farm down from kids from generation to generation.
But everybody don't live there. Not all the sons and boys live there. One may stay.
And not everybody found a woman either.
And that's a problem. That's a problem. I mean, you're right. Everybody did find a woman, but that's your fault.
Yeah, I think we could have passed by this little weird ass thing where we had to find 14-year-old little girls. And just give that woman that was actually mature.
Back then, it made sense because the world was more primitive. Everything was more primitive. It wasn't. It just wasn't.
It made sense, but that's because people was fucking stupid. And when you say primitive, I hear the word stupid. Because like when
the world wasn't technology advanced.
I ain't talking about technology advanced. I'm talking about like you just know things. You're mature. You're more wise as your age goes up. Well, at least you're more wise than a 14-year-old. If you went 30 years without being more wise than a 14-year-old, nigga, something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? But
see, people liked that because they wanted obedience.
Yeah, I know, and that's bad too. That's fucking controlling.
It's right. He's a Christian. They teach that in the book.
And
then they also say God never gave no age. He only said when you go through puberty and everything after that was fair game, and that's how they ran it. All those scriptures that niggas claim, that's in scripture. Everything after puberty is cool to be. You can do what the fuck you want to do. That's why they say once you go through puberty in any culture, you were an adult. Once you had hair in your nuts, you are considered to be a man. You're no longer a boy. It's the same way a lion grows his hide. You are now a man. It's not off the age. It's not that I've been born 7 years, I'm a full-grown lion. It's when I grow this motherfucking hide out, I am a man. I am a full-grown lion. I'm able to go out and conquer. That's just what the rules across the board. That's just how it was for so long.
Man. Yeah, maybe you can pull up a scroll. Maybe you can pull up a scroll over me another time, but maybe not today, bro. But yeah, nah, that shit ain't for me.
I'm telling you what it stands for.
You don't fuck with the backdoor shit?
I don't.
I don't either.
That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
because this is backdoor Republicans.
And we were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many people, how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board. We were taught to vote that no matter what. You vote Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties on a very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really? You finna say it's a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the fuck you want to do. And Democrats want more control, so they want to control what your money is, where your tax dollars go, and what you can do with your money.
Okay.
All right. So, so he's doing this thing where he's trying to pass this. Hey, we black folks need to, join the Republican Party thing again. Which I did miss the point that he tried to say earlier about black people being like the original, or the original Republican Party and all that.
Like in the fucking 1700s. I'm not with W.D. Du Bois and all them. That's when, as I think at that time, they said black people held around a total of 76 houses in the Republican seat. That's when, a lot of shit was getting passed, a lot of shit was getting done around that time. Not 17, that's 18, because W. Du Bois was in the 18s, and he died in like the, I think, 60s.
Early 1900s, very early 1900s. I forgot, though, but go ahead.
It's around that little time. That's, black people were within those seats, and those are all people that were once slaves and got freed and did all these little things like that. But he's talking about in the era of Lincoln. He wasn't even talking about the era of W.D. Du Bois. Black people what fucking Republicans did because they were fucking slaves. So he's trying to say the Republicans freed the slaves. Lincoln didn't free the slaves. He's telling he's not telling the whole story. That's what America likes to tell you, but that's not true. Lincoln didn't have no choice. Like they said, over about 1 million motherfucking black men came up to the shores talking about they fighting for freedom. They want to join the army. They were always talking about sending them niggas back, but they was like, fuck it, they may make them niggas fight. So, well, fuck it, we just gonna give them their freedom if they fight with us. That was never something he wanted to do. He also said it out of his mouth. I don't plan on freeing no slaves. It was never about freeing the slaves. It was about them niggas trying to not give up the money to the North. They tried to turn it into Lincoln, started the Revolutionary War with the South and the North so he could free niggas, and that's not true. And stop running with that shit. That is not fucking true. And then the Republican Party, if you want to talk about what black people were, that was around W.B. Du Bois time. And they flipped later down the line with Martin Luther King because the Republicans weren't trying to give niggas civil rights. So tell us why we stopped.
Well, the conservatives didn't want to give them civil rights.
The conservatives, but those were the Republicans at the time. The conservative Republicans didn't want to give black people civil rights, so we had to go mess with Kennedy and the Democrat side.
So so don't forget about like the Southern Dixiecrats, who were Southern Democrats, and whom flipped to red once the civil rights era.
Went over to the Democrats.
So
therefore, all the racist Republicans. That's why the black people said the Republicans are racist, because they were all once Democrats, and when we flipped, they went to the red side. So tell the story how it's supposed to be told, bro. If you're gonna tell it. Stop giving people half truths. And that's like my biggest problem with him. And that's why he's the biggest weapon against black people, because he gives niggas half truth, and niggas run with it because niggas don't like to do research and take what a nigga tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and that's That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, once you pretty much laid it all out. Like the nuance, like I said, the nuance very much so matters. Like this at the very, I don't know why he think he can just come on this podcast and just spread this type of misinformation because it's on the internet. Like all people, I guess he expects people to just take him for his word and not go back and research, and he doesn't expect smarter people to actually watch.
Most people don't.
I mean, no, but okay. Well, most people, of course, most people don't. But like, even though like people like me and you will actually be watching this shit, and react to it, and then put it out there and bring out the actual the real information. You feel
but
me?
we didn't research it. We already knew.
I mean, that's a whole nother, of course. But you get the point I'm making though. Like I don't know why he expect this shit to actually fly. You know what I'm saying? When there's so many of us out here. It
flies because nobody makes content and exposing him for saying that he's wrong. Then he has a bunch of group of black people in this circle of these black conservatives, these panels. They all, respect his opinion and hold him in a high regard. So when other niggas see other dumb niggas doing some other dumb nigga shit, you get more dumb monkeys to do more dumb monkey shit. And that's what he does. And I hate to say it because that's what it is. It's just, the blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
And he's just one of the loudest in the room. And because you respect his opinion, because at the end of the day, what I always go back to, I got money, nigga. You broke. How you smarter than me if you ain't got no money? Smarts does not equal success. That's just not true.
As a matter of fact, the people that do the most research, do the most reading, they ain't got no money because a lot of times they not applying it. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it going.
So I'm gonna tell you this.
That's the fundamental difference.
I'm gonna tell you this.
19, 18.
Of this nation that flat out run shit. And if ain't nobody got the power to uproot them, then we're going to keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it, but they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in the local elections.
Well, you understand voting don't work, right?
It does work.
How?
It does, but you just missed it.
I heard everything you said. I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
You're missing it.
You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never participate.
All right, so yeah, Corey's wrong. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
No, I mean, like he said, everything has context in what he said. Black people feel like that it don't work because we've been voting and we try and nothing even goes our way. When every person say they're gonna do something for us or they're gonna do this, do that, we get burnt every time. So you come into a group of people that don't care about it no more because, hey, bro, I done voted, ain't shit never changed. Shit just keep getting worse under any banner. It can be red or blue. Nobody seems to fix the problem. So you just say, fuck it, I stay home. Why stand out in the cold?
I don't know. I don't really agree with that. Well, I mean,
I'm not saying you gotta agree with it, but
that's like the
the
older generation, but like the younger people never voted.
Because they've been taught from them that it don't fucking matter. Because they didn't watch their fucking ancestors vote. It didn't shit change. Niggas always complain and every politician backstab you. It's like, that's the problem. Every time a politician say they're going to do something and it just never happens that way. It just don't happen that way. And I hate to say it, Trump is like the first nigga to say what the fuck he was going to do and actually do it exactly down to the T. That's why
he didn't even do that.
No, I'm talking about what he's doing right now. Most of the things he said he was going to do, he's kind of done it.
Okay, most of the things, but a lot of politicians still they still met their campaign promises and stuff like that, but maybe not all of them. You can say that about everybody.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. Maybe they did the smaller ones. He didn't did his shit, the large stuff that he promised. He didn't did the big shit that he promised. I'm saying most times they don't do the big shit, like with Joe Biden, right, with the loan forgiveness. He sold it. Everybody going to get forgiven. This, that, and the third. But when it came down to the time, it was only a small group of people that got forgiven. You see what I'm saying? Okay. But when it was sold to you, that's why we voted for you, because we thought you was going to help out everybody. But when it was time to help out everybody, they said, well, you can't help out everybody. We'll let you help out some, but not everybody. So that's what people be talking about. So they say you can say he fulfilled his campaign promise. Yeah, he partially did because he promised that to all. Everybody would be okay. Everybody would get this relief, but it didn't happen that way.
I'm not gonna stay on this too long. I'm gonna say this for everybody out there. I can't go to Illinois. Well, if you're from Illinois, I'm pretty sure every state has its own like little thing. But like, go to Illinois voter. Let me look it up real quick. Illinois voter something. Yeah, so Illinois voter guide. I'm pretty sure every state has its own like voter guide. You go to that and you study. You learn who your state representatives are, your senator, your Congress people, and then there's also like a database as to everything that you voted yes and everything that you voted no on. You know what I'm saying? And if the person that represents you is voting for a bunch of bullshit, you need to hold those people accountable by telling your neighbor, "Hey, this person on bullshit. Let's get rid of them," and then you vote in somebody else that can at the very least vote yay on the things that you need them to pass, and nay on the nonsense. That's how we influence our nation with our vote. I mean, yes, there's gonna be a bunch of mayors and governors that's not gonna help us and all that stuff. But when he's talking about vote locally and vote down ballot and stuff like that. That's not talking about just voting blue no matter who. It's about voting the right people in, no matter if they're blue or red. I respect that type of if somebody's a Republican and it just meets what they talking about, what they're vouching for, it meets the qualifications that's gonna assist you and your family, then go for that person. You know what I'm saying? But to say, I mean, what Corey, the reason I disagree with him is because for him to just say that, okay, that's all we did this entire time. Okay, yes, niggas did vote a whole lot of blue. We get it. But they didn't vote with a lot of intelligence. They didn't vote with a high IQ. They just voted blue no matter who.
When I was younger,
that's facts.
I used to I vote a little bit of blue, a little bit of red. A little bit of blue, a little bit of red. I didn't know none of it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just being honest with you. So I never even when I did all blue like my grandma told me. They did. When he right, they did tell you that. Don't vote for them in red motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers is racist little crackers. I'm like, what shit do? The blue niggas is crazy racist crackers too. But these are different racist crackers. So
y'all funny as hell. Your family. I mean, I get it though. And the way my people were explaining it was like Republicans was more so focused on like infrastructure type of things than blue Democrats like humans and stuff like that. And that was a little bit too basic too and stuff like that. And it took me into my late 30s to realize how robust this type of these conversations are supposed to be before we're actually educated. Anyway. But whatever. I mean, hey, if that's okay, if you disagree with me, that's what this platform is about. You know what I'm saying?
Don't vote, I'm gonna show up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it
this nigga Corey funny as hell though, regardless. Oh, me 2055.
How long we gonna be on there?
Actually, it's probably like the last, either this one or the last one. This one they start to turn up.
She ain't making it. I gotta go home and make it.
ICE agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go.
They don't live in the heart of the streets, nigga. Yeah, with a nice suburb in the heart of white people. Come on, bro. You ain't talking about I'm in the blackest city.
Hold on.
And I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tithe to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't hear
that's
that
what
shit.
should count.
I don't hear that.
All right. So what did we talk about earlier today? Remember that thing I said? Hey, don't forget about this one detail that he said. Especially
group economics.
So he's practiced group economics, right?
That's what he's saying.
In a black neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sound like another contradiction to me.
It most likely in a white neighborhood because he's like he's.
So you said, okay.
Like he said all the time, I ain't gonna put my business around no niggas. Fuck up my money. I'm putting my shit with black people.
I was trying to give him some props.
I don't know if he even did that.
Wait, he said, I think I've heard people say that he around black people. He keeps himself around black people. That's what people are saying. Okay,
he keeps around certain black people that think like him. So.
Oh damn! All right. Well, if that's my bad. I try to give him a bone, y'all. But so if that's the case, then it is what it is. But
I don't know what the man doing. I'm just saying what he says out his mouth. What he say. He's
saying my people. So he ain't saying. I mean, it's like I think he felt like he called himself.
I mean, he confused me. He just said he wasn't black. What's my people?
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making.
See what I'm saying? Like what we doing? The other day you just said my people ain't black. I'm Christian. So you talking about Christian niggas? What we talking about? Christian white people? That could be anybody. Christian Native Americans, Christian Mexicans. Shit, that's a whole group of different type of people. But I'm just trying to hold you to your word to what you say you was. You just told me you wasn't black, nigga. You said you ain't black. You said this. That's not what you is. I'm Christian.
So that's definitely something I definitely had to clock that shit because 1000% that dude talking about earlier talking about he ain't trying to subscribe to no racial whatever, but like now son he all know. I mean as soon as Anton Daniel said something about being in the streets and all this stuff, he has to pump his chest out. But in that moment, in the heat of the moment, he realized he's contradicting himself. You know what I'm saying? So now you Mr. Blackity Black, and now you went Mr. Group Economics and shit like that because Corey Holcomb almost one upped you. You know what I'm saying? So man. I mean, like these types of conversations to require people to actually are actual intellectual critical thinkers. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise,
we can talk about this because we're talking from a third perspective. It's different in a moment. You know what I'm saying?
No, this ain't about Corey. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm talking about like everybody else that's having these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, this ain't I ain't but yeah, mind you, like I said, the only thing I disagree with Corey here is about the voting shit. So I'm trying to keep it balanced, but shit, I can't. It's only so much I can agree with on the coon because this is what it is.
I'm not gonna tell people not to go vote. I understand the sentiment of where that reason comes from. That's all I was trying to explain. I'm never telling people not to go vote. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the sentiment.
Let's keep pushing.
Out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop and investigate.
Okay, we can 23. 20. It's about I think it's this last part.
You like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about.
Well, actually, this is the part when they kind of turn up. So overall, very. I think when it comes to like these type of conversations, it just require people like me and you that actually like can hear really well and actually process
him and stop him when he's trying to mislead you in the conversation in the context.
Right, and it's just like what Craig said. There's this fallacy style where you'll pull in just enough information, not all the information, not enough information, or
half truth.
Yeah, it has the half truth. You apply a bunch of half truths to create a narrative, and that actually sound like it means something. Yeah. I think Anton is a pretty smart dude, but he tried to pass off as you don't agree, huh?
I mean, yeah, he's a smart dude who manipulate a bunch of stupid niggas.
Never mind, I'll take it back.
That's all he is a person. Because last time I checked, they said he like. I gotta go back and look at his other content. I haven't, but they said he used to have this pro-black statement. He was trying to get the blessings of black people. And then he turned against niggas when he was on the
clubhouse.
Yeah, he had a different type of message. Then when he found out I can make a lot of money talking bad about niggas and acting like I care about niggas and still talk bad about them, this is great. And then white people love me. That's cool. If that's what you want to do to get money, you be a sellout, that's cool. But just wear that sellout badge on your chest, nigga, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So I'm completely with you on that one, man. Overall though, like I said, it really wasn't the best conversation. I really wish Corey, knew his stuff, like that.
But he's not qualified. He's not qualified to have that conversation.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to say he's not a type of person, but he's not really qualified to have that type of conversation. He know a little bit, and he the same type of person. He know a lot of half truths and don't know the whole truth too.
Yeah.
That's why he couldn't speak on the whole truth. He said he just know bits and parts. Yeah. So that's why he couldn't, counter his conversation because he only know a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, I'm definitely glad he had this. I'm glad he had the conversation. We do like to see opposing, views, opposing titans step up and have, big brain intellectual discussion, stuff like that. But I want, for everybody that's watching this, I do have a video recommendation that's not by me. If you want to see something if you want to see two people of opposing views that talk politics that's for real about this. Search Charlie Kirk, I know y'all know who that is, versus Brianna Joy Gray here on YouTube. That's a very, very good conversation between, again, two opposing views. You can also listen to people like Parker Get a Job. So yeah, I am giving free clout out here. And then maybe Antonio Speaks too. I like those guys too as well. But anyway, man, it's been real, y'all. It's been Chicago Black Delegation. We'll catch you on the flip side. So we're gonna do this one last one, and it ain't gonna be that. I don't think it's gonna be that long. We probably gonna cut it midway too. So as long as we just kind of get the general, point of the conversation out. This first one, I know this first one probably definitely at least over an hour. Okay.
I think we started around like 7:30. On that bitch 1 minute.
So let me just see what it's.
Damn, that was only do 25 minutes of this shit.
Now this one, yeah, it's just gonna be like the part where they kind of just start talking about what disrespect is, and that's all we really gonna be talking about. 12. Wait, no, this is.
It's about to happen right here.
Well, no, this one they just start. This one, I mean, it's the part after this. So,
yeah, so you got to go back a little bit when he said set the packing. That's when he moved the seat. He said the first time, before he moved the seat.
The part I want to get.
Yeah, it is right there.
Yeah, no, we ain't got to. You want to do that part?
I thought you.
No, that's not. No,
I thought you were talking about the respect part.
Yeah, no, that's just the. Yeah, I mean, did you watch all of this?
Not the whole thing.
Okay, all right.
I saw the,
This is a part. This is a specific part I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? And it happened after this. It's like when they was kind of explaining shit.
You doing this shit for the internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time. Weaponize literally anything.
Oh, because it was about the end. When you talking about the end, you'll say.
America, for example, you can use the internet in order to push out propaganda, or you can use it to communicate effectively with the people.
It's a man pushing out propaganda.
So let me just cycle through it because I can get some time styles down. But I realize that a lot of them is not. I'm just not going to. Well, no. So 103.29 is probably what I was looking for.
On you. To your face. To your face.
Be careful shitting on me. Been around people that ain't seen the other side of the game.
Break it down to me like a little child. The way that you would talk to a child.
No way. I don't like that.
I love Craig. But they will not call you out on your bull.
Because that's it. I forget. I'm still Corey. Because I don't live a life of getting into it with people. I really don't. I'm trying to talk to you now.
And I'm not a tough guy either.
I'm not either.
I'm not a tough guy.
I'm not. Yeah, because ain't nobody finna stand in front of my face and talk to me. Trust me.
That's not. No,
I'm
you
not
can't do that.
I'm not saying what you wrong about. But listen, talking to somebody in person is difficult. When a man walk up to you and say something flirtatious to you, when a man walk up to you and say something where he's challenging man's face, you have to watch how you talk to them because face to face,
I don't take it personal.
I think older black men like us need to make sure there are like Tyler Perry's house because I know what's gonna happen if it go bad. The house gonna get tore up. I ain't saying that to act like I'm tough.
No,
I'm just
I
saying
feel you.
there's certain things that we as men cannot say to each other without clashing. And it is my opinion with niggas that I know and where I'm from, if I say to one of my homies, man, suck a dick, everybody will get quiet that we know. And they'll be like, what is that? What is that?
Mine's is too.
I believe you. My life is good.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't want you to come up here for that. It's just the simple misunderstandings that we as men can have. I think older black men like us need to make sure there are boundaries that simply come up here for that. It's just
all right. So yeah, they're gonna talk about internet and how respect is supposed to function. Okay. What's up, What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation. I gotta stop talking so fast. This last shorty told me about that shit.
Try to talk like a DJ too fast, like you sound like a DJ on the radio. And we about to blast off, and just say it, man. Just say it. Relax. Breathe. Just let it flow.
I'm gonna keep that in this video too. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I'm your host, HC, aka High Thinking, and I'm enjoying my co-host today.
Savage, baby.
And we are talking a little bit more about this Corey Holcomb situation versus Anton Daniels, right? And we definitely talked about this in the previous episode. We kind of went down the whole all the talking points Anton Daniels tried to lie about and all that stuff. But this is a very different conversation, a little bit more, maybe more subjective, but still very real. And let's just go in and get into it, see what they're talking about.
Simple misunderstandings that we as men can have. I think older black men like us need to make sure there are boundaries that simply can't be crossed when men are talking. And if you tell me a boundary, Anton, if you tell me a boundary, I promise you I'm going to do my best not to cross that boundary.
I'm not.
So, boundaries. It's pretty. I think one of the most interesting things that I kind of thought of in this altercation between Anton and Corey Holcomb here was how men display their boundary assertions, you know, because like in relationships, we kind of will talk about, or unless you just haven't had this conversation, which can happen. A lot of people in relationships like to establish their boundaries to let their partner know what they can and cannot tolerate. You know what I'm saying? But like when it comes to two men having a discussion and when things can get hairy, we have a different way of verbal or showing that, and we may not say it, but we'll show it in a certain way. When Anton said, Corey, you know, you suck the dick of black people, what did Corey do? Right?
Yeah, so he told her to move, and I'm getting in his face and tell him to say it again.
And what we know about body language, right? What is he telling Anton with his body language?
I'm about to slap the shit out of him.
and he also saying that, hey, this is you've penetrated my boundary, and I need you to like check
tone
that.
It down a little
you know,
bit,
tone that down for sure. So like, man, we have our ways of like, you know, communicating that type of stuff without actually saying. Now, if they was in their 20s, they probably would have just fought, right? But then being older, maybe got something to lose, something like that. Corey thought twice about what he's gonna do, what he would have did about that situation, even though he still escalated by inviting Anton to say it again.
Mm-hmm. That make you like a cow. If you invite him to say it again, he said it again, and you didn't do nothing. Now you the bitch.
But
that's all I'm saying. If he would have said it again, but you always spoke to him enough to not say it again, so he felt that you probably was gonna take it there. But if he said it again and you didn't slap him, you done made us look weak.
But like I said, what Anton do immediately, he said, well, I'm going to respect your platform, and so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it again.
It wasn't that he respect your platform. He really saying that I'm respect you, and I'm not going to say it again. When you say respect my platform, you're respecting me.
So that's that coded language type shit. Okay.
I know that he's telling me right now, and he said that I respect you. I'm going to tone it down. He didn't say that in the other way, but that's what he's saying. And niggas understood that. You better, because I'm about to get ignorant in here.
So overall, I want like men and women to understand the way, you know, men, even friends, you know what I'm saying, the way men kind of express their boundaries is because it's gonna be pretty physical, you know what I'm saying. So that's what some people are not just talking about when it's with this discussion.
People that lead the world can't know how you have conversations without saying, I'm gonna blow your ass the fuck up.
All right, man. hold on, slow down. So you saying like the way a country can display this body language can be with they bombs?
Yeah, that's what they say all the time. Hey, bro, if you keep doing this shit, I'm gonna have to shoot you with a nuke. I'm trying to be cool with the level of disrespect. Russia even said what Trump is doing. This is not about minerals or money, territory. This is about respect, and he think he does. We feel like he doesn't respect us, and we're going to show us how you respect us. So you got to look, bro. When you do shit to people, they talk about bombing you. I'm gonna blow you up with a fucking nuke if you keep playing with me. He talking about slapping you. I got a bomb. Keep disrespecting me, bro. And disrespecting you call the president all type of names on the television. He will talk about going to war. What? Who are you talking to like that? I got a whole country get crazy on you.
I think that the one thing they do even without words is this thing called show of force, right? So what's a decent example of like a show of force that we've seen recently?
I send my Navy to the front of your borders and all my ships holding up big guns. Like if I cross this line, you know I got that's over. I got to cross this line. It's up, nigga. And they do. And we have our ships. Like if they cross this line, we got to shoot. It ain't no talking. It's literally that motherfucking boat move. Shoot.
Yeah. So. Well, there you go. That's body language expressed through war, through military. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they do it. We send ships around your country, nigga. What's up, nigga? What you gonna do? You see these ships?
When I'm talking to Willie D don't like when you call him nigga. And I go out my way not to call Willie D nigga because I look at him as a man.
I kick it with Willie too. For me though, I don't give a fuck about the talking. I don't have no boundaries. I don't care if a nigga say something about me. It is what niggas say shit like that all the time. Like that's the environment that we live in. I only care about my real life.
Can I ask you a question? You just said men talk disrespectfully to you in your face all
no. Ain't that what you got to?
Yeah, because he said that's the environment that he's in. He said we in, but no, that's your environment. I caught it too, but he trying to double back his words because he's trying to catch him up, and then he just doubling back, but he's really saying that he's used to niggas disrespecting him in his environment.
Ain't that what that means?
So
ain't that what he said?
Yeah, that's why he's okay. So Corey don't let him for prayer. Niggas don't be disrespecting me like that because I'm a big ass nigga and I slap the shit out you.
Well,
so.
All right.
I mean, but you see, but he's saying niggas. He's not just talking about black people. He's just talking about people in general, like the white dude that that disrespected him before.
God damn.
You see what I'm saying? But
we ain't letting that one down.
I'm just saying, but he ain't do nothing then. So and that's in your face, and he playing in your face.
That's a good example.
You know what I'm saying? And I was. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, he understand the consequences. This mind, if I stop this nigga, I'm going to jail. It's different when you can do all this rough. You can fight your own people. You just can't fight other races.
Hell no. Good, man. I ain't even thinking about that one, cuz. You got me with that one, bro.
No.
This is nothing.
You did not hear what I said.
I said
they do that shit all the time. You see it in the chat. You see it in the comments. All of that shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about that shit, right?
That's right, because that's for the internet.
Right. So when people say stuff, I don't take it personal because it's not a thing to me. It's just talk. The only thing I care about is what happened in real life. When I cut that shit off in real life, my life is great.
Right. Let me tell you something.
So my point is that
and that's what makes it all cool to sell out. Because when I sell out and close my eyes and open, my life is great. It's all worth
it. Wait, what? So he can get called all the N words in the world, but as long as he come on to like his little king size bed and his little slippers and shit like that, everything all
the disrespect is okay.
That's that, bro. That's that house nigga shit, ain't it? Ain't that house nigga shit? Like you done saw you saw bad things happen to your family members, bad as man.
It's not house nigga shit. It's just preserving yourself over others, and then what you would do to others to achieve your goals.
Well, that's the umbrella. Yeah, I think that uncovers him. I think what I said was an example of what you just said. So for sure, yeah, we go with that though.
I'm just saying it because it's not a house nigga trait. It's an all nigga trait. If it's all
in
you,
anybody that can.
It's all in you.
I mean, you're right.
Nothing personal, unless it get personal, unless it gets physical. That's the only thing I'm up on. Anything else I can walk away from. I don't give a fuck about that. My life, I could walk away and I'm probably gonna never see that person again.
That's a damn lie. So what you telling? So am I like? So if somebody were to walk up to his girl, his wife, his literal wife, and said that you have a nice ass, and then probably smacked her or something, so you gonna just take that disrespect?
I believe you would fight it if you smacked his wife in the ass. I don't think.
So why is he lying right now, right?
No, he's talking about. He said as long as it don't get physical. So he's saying you can say all the words and harmful, like sticks and stones. You know what I'm saying? But that don't, words that never hurt me. You know what I'm saying? That's he's talking about words. He's not talking. When he said physical, that's when he would react. If anything out of physical, that's the only way he would react.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Well, if he gonna.
I mean, it's different if you said if somebody came into his wife and said she got a nice ass, he's not going to do nothing to that. He's not. He may say something, but he's not going to fight you because it didn't get physical. But if you tried to, touch his wife in a way, he would defend his wife.
This is something I had to think long and hard about one time, and maybe I'm not done thinking about it. So maybe that's the case. But like, part of being a man is like your ability to, it's part of your ability to protect your family. You know what I'm saying? And like, I do understand. Don't get me wrong. I'm not finna go into. I'm trying not to go into the territory of doing something that's gonna compromise your freedom. You know what I'm saying? But that's
what it comes down to, though. At the moment, compromising your freedom.
Well, what you mean by that?
I mean, defending your family. I mean, in any type of moment, because there's laws. Laws tell you not to fight. Laws tell you can't do this or certain things. So if you do this in a fight, even though you may feel that you had the right, it's still a law somewhere down the line that you broke. And they can hit you with years. It's all up to the judge and how he wanted to see it. But you done broke laws by defending yourself, depending on how they feel that you defended yourself. You can beat a person up, but the problem is you're so mad that you don't stop punching the motherfucker. They feel, you went too far, but you're no longer focused in this moment in time. You're just in a blind rage. So now it went from defending yourself, you took it too far, you just killed them.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother.
I'm just saying, but that happens. But let's say if you walked in, and you saw somebody.
You gotta have the discernment to stop yourself from killing.
But it's hard to. That's the point. When you're in a blind rage, depending on the level of disrespect, that shit is hard. So, like I'm about to say, I set up a nerve. You come in, you see a man is about to proceed to rape your woman. You beat the shit out of him, but you don't stop while you punching him because you're so mad. Because in your mind, if I was just a second later, he would have raped my wife. Oh, he would have really hurt my woman. And so in your mind, because you said I'm a man, I have to protect my family, and man is protect my family. I have to kill this threat. It's not subdue the threat. I have to kill him because he was about to do the most unthinkable harm to my wife.
Yeah.
And then the judge may say, no, you didn't have to do that. You had him immobilized, but you still proceeded to, because your pride and your anger and your instinct to protect is going to overshadow you in that moment.
Yeah. But I think I can pretty roll with that. Good luck practicing the discerning heat of the moment.
It's hard.
It can be hard. Depending on the type of person you are. Maybe some people can hold things down and within themselves better than others. But like, don't be the person that's gonna actually tolerate over disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Even if it doesn't come to some sort of a physical thing. There's just something. It's like maybe it depends on the type of woman you got. If she's the type that can just sit there and take disrespect, and then you trained her to do that, I guess that's y'all. I guess
your woman gonna look at you like you better do something, and the people don't understand. Men would tolerate a level of disrespect when there's just other men around versus when there's women around. When there's women around, he's gonna poke his chest out. He has to because there's women around. Most times, and things happen in a private setting, a man will technically back down on the situation depending on how you feel about it. But when there's women, he knows that he has to stand because how the women look at you. It's the worst feeling in the world. It's different when men look at you as a coward, but when a woman look at you as a coward, it hurts a man's ego to the core. So he's gonna do something even worse in front of a woman, just in period because you're in front of a woman. If you ever noticed when you was a kid, when you fight in front of a crowd, the dude. It don't be as rough as a fight if it's just a bunch of dudes watching. But as soon as the girls show up, I got to show out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To show that I'm superior. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna get a little worse ass whooping.
I understand. So this is why the chat, I allow them, and in fact, I I encourage them to be themselves in the chat because this is a computer screen. But one thing I will say about this is to the youngsters especially, because they the ones who really don't know. I'm talking about 35 and under. When you in a man's face, you have to watch how you talk to them because face to face is a lot different than the computer. On the computer, I got motherfuckers
Let me ask you a question.
This motherfucker saying all kind of shit about me on the computer.
Let me ask you a question.
But if they in my face saying that to me,
let me ask you a question.
It can go bad.
Why?
I'm not saying I'm not acting tough.
Hold on.
I'm not acting tough.
I'm asking you a real question. Why do you get triggered if somebody says that to you?
What do you think about that question? Like, because he's establishing that, like in person is a different setting than niggas on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Because on the internet, you behind the computer screen, I can't slap the shit out you. But in my face, you said it's different in my face. It's one thing to say to you over the internet, it's over the internet. Whoop-de-doo. But when you're in my face, it's a more high level of disrespect. You're really trying to say that I'm pussy. That you can say whatever you want to me and there's no consequences. But in reality, we all taught there's consequence for everything, every reaction. So,
and non-reaction.
So I'm going to show you, because you're in my face, if you say that shit, I'm going to slap the shit out you. It doesn't matter if because the internet, like you said, it's not a real place. It's just people talking. Hell, you don't know if you're talking to a real person sometimes. It can be a fucking bot just getting you to rage and go crazy and say things. So,
and here's a really good example that really opened my ass that you and Dolo woke me up to one time. Hold on a second. Okay. That you and Dolo woke me up to. I think it was Dolo, but basically what happened was somebody had to go to this project, right? And then they always had to walk past the same group of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when they first had to approach this situation, because the girl lived there. Initially, when they approach the situation, you always got to deal with these deal with these dudes no matter what they do, what they say, and it kind of depends on if you want to. How often do you want to deal with disrespect every time you walk past this place? You know what I'm saying? Mm. Now I'm not saying I don't exactly know how they kind of handle the situation, but if you gonna just constantly show that nothing's gonna happen if somebody messes with you, it like the layer of disrespect is gonna get more and more severe, and is it gonna get to the point where they're gonna start checking you down for money, especially when they need some money? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like. I'm not going to tell people what to do in that situation, but I'm just saying that when nothing happens, then the situation is gonna progressively get worse. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if your girl lives in that, if your girl's a part of that journey, then you're gonna make some. You're gonna let her up. You gonna give her up? Do you love her? I don't know. That's for you. That's for you to decide. You know what I'm saying? But for him to say, like why does this trigger you, Anton? Why do things trigger you? Because non-actions have consequences. That's just the unfortunate reality of life. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Like what is it in you that gets bothered by a switch?
Okay, so listen to me. Manhood is all we got left. You really got to understand this. Just give me a second to land on this.
I'm with you. I'm listening.
If we don't have our manhood, we ain't got nothing. So when a man walk up to you and say something flirtatious to you, when a man walk up to you and say something where he's challenging your manhood and things like that, trust me, I don't care how savage it may seem. When you dealing with a man, you can set a man off if you in his face and you saying things that are not. I'm not talking about somebody just saying anything. I'm talking about there are certain things, like I can't walk up to a man walking down the street with his wife, Anton, and say, man, your bitch thick. I'll be like, wait a minute. Of course, by me being older, the last thing I want is drama in the streets. But what I'm saying is you can't disrespect men face to face. You can do it online because it's easy to do it online.
Nope. See, that's where we disagree.
Okay, I want to hear this.
That's where we disagree because you got to keep the same energy across the board. You can't pick and choose when you can disrespect somebody and when you can't disrespect somebody.
All right, that's all really. Yeah, that's the whole point. So, what do you think about this? So, what do you think about this kind of back and forth of it? He's saying that you can't like you in somebody's face. That's different from the niggas behind the screen. And then Anton says you got to keep that energy.
I mean, that to him, that's technically a fool because he talks tough to people behind the internet versus what he would say to their face. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't keep the same energy because, like, when he dealt with the white dude versus Corey, it was a different level of energy. So he didn't even practice what he preached like a lot of people. So he's just trying to get you to crash out and look stupid all the time. So he's not going to bait me into saying I should just take everything everybody say on the internet. You know how much energy that takes? But I can deal with what I deal with face-to-face. What comes to me in 3D imagery, nigga. So, no. That doesn't even make sense. But he's about to try to sell it like it makes sense because, he know how to talk. And that's all he is, man.
That's what, ultimately.
C-talking student, and that's what most C-talking students are.
C-talking students.
He said this about himself. I'm only using what he says about himself against him.
And making it sound way better.
It's a double-edged sword out here, my nigga.
Yeah, man. Like, it's a really easy... This should have been this complicated for him to understand, for him to let him have this. And it's just nothing you can really disagree with. Now you can have your own perspective, but it's something you just can't necessarily disagree with. Like, yes, there's going to be a different reality of you saying things in person as opposed to things being said all across the net. But yes, you can still have your perspective of keeping that energy, and you can I guess kind of keep that energy. But again, it's just. Like, you're dealing with reality here. What are you talking about? He's just one last thing. Mm-hmm. Anton is dealing with some he's dealing with this altercation subjectively, and then Corey here is just being more objective with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, I think that's about all we need to talk about as far as this conversation is concerned. I think the young gentleman could definitely learn something from this particular part of the conversation. And yeah, man, I think it's been a pretty decent conversation between me and you, and I think we'll just catch him on the flip side, right?
Yep.
Peace. Okay, so that's about we cool, man. It's been like over 2 hours. So yeah, man, we appreciate was anybody in the chat?
Just 2 people, Moses, somebody named Brian. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the conversation. Appreciate the comments.
Nobody say anything that ain't no question, anything like that.
I mean, we kind of answered it while we was talking.
Cool.
So he just been you just
laughing. Okay, dope. Okay, but yeah, so like I said, y'all, we back for real. It's been and I'm definitely enjoying myself again, like I'm doing this for the first time. So yeah, definitely expect a lot more content come out of us. I'm finna, matter of fact, as soon as he's just about here, I'm gonna get straight to work and chopping this stuff up and all that good stuff. We very much so appreciate everybody that share these things. We very much we appreciate every like. All of that stuff, it helps out with and the algorithm really well.
I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man.
And for sure. Otherwise, yeah, man. Like I said, expect more out of us. Anything you got working on, Savage?
Not at all, man. Not at all.
So yeah, we definitely So yeah, man. Anyway, it's been real. Yeah, man. It's been Chicago Bad Litigation, man. We'll catch you on the flip side, man. Guess we'll ride them out to the intro.
And then pick and choose.
I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath.
She was on TV.
As the king's brother, you should have been first in line.
Well, I was first in line until the little hairball was born.
That hairball is my son.
That what you were trying to get to?
Trying to get.
You bite the fry bites back, my man. Damn, 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 crispy crunch.
Let me put my mind on something that'll motivate me to manifest.